Hey violiners, welcome back to the Violining Studio. Today we're finally starting the practical sessions. We're going to do a 10-minute practice session with me for complete beginners, or as I prefer to say, my pearl level violiners. We're going to go over the bow hold, the violin hold. I'm going to give you a couple of bow exercises, a couple of left hand exercises, and set you up for success from day one. Let's get started. All right, so for your bow hold, you can put your violin somewhere on the side. For your bow hold, you need to know it needs to be as comfortable as possible. So that means you don't need any extra movements, any uncomfortable positions. You just need to hold your hand like this, let it rest, and then put your bow in between your fingers. Naturally, you're going to have a little bit of space between each finger there. You don't need to spread them out like this, but you also don't need to put them together like this. So somewhere in between those two, a little bit stretched. Pinky goes on top and the thumb goes on the side like this, curved on the outside. So avoid this. You need this rounded position for the thumb. Okay, so it's like holding a bowl. Try that. All right, so now you can hold with both hands. Hold with your left hand to take the weight off the right. What we're going to do here is we're going to practice the flexibility of the right hand. We're going to go up and down like that. But make sure you do it holding with your left hand, because doing this without the left hand is going to be a little bit more difficult. So go up and down like that a couple of times. Trust me, this is going to help you a lot with your bow changes, string crossing, everything further on. You need to develop your flexibility in the right hand. The left hand as well, but we're going to get to that later. All right, that's the first exercise. If you feel adventurous, you can try without the left hand and do a couple of more repetitions. Without that, you're going to feel a big difference. Keep your pinky on top. Your pinky is crucial. You should avoid keeping your pinky straight like this and doing this. That's not good. You need to work with your pinky, even without the left hand's help. That's the first exercise. You can do that 5 to 10 times with the left hand and then 5 times without the left hand. The next exercise is going to be the pinky pushing exercise. We're going to push only with the pinky until the bow goes up like this. It doesn't have to be completely straight, but it needs to go up. Make sure that the knuckles are close to the stick of the bow, so that you have that natural curve. If you're away from it, it's going to be really hard to do this exercise. So keep it close, like this. And now when you push with your pinky, your bow is going to go up. Again, it doesn't have to be too much. Let's do that 5 times. 1, 2, 3. I'm already starting to feel it. 4, 5. All right. Those two are really good exercises. We're going to do another one. The spider exercise. You probably have seen this. If you haven't, then you hold your bow up like this, pointing up to the ceiling. You hold it like you would normally, and slowly you start dropping the bow down. Now, the dropping is going to go easy. That's no problem. However, we're going to have to go back up. And now, the way we do that, we need to feel the bow in our fingertips. We're going to stretch a little bit here, work with our thumb, and join with the first finger. And just keep doing that like a little spider. Or let me know if this is called differently. I know it as a spider exercise, but it might be called differently. I don't know. All right, so that way you're going to work your way back to the frog. By the way, I didn't mention that this is the frog and this is the tip and this is the middle, and that's obvious. but frog, tip, middle. We're gonna need that really soon when we practice our straight bow. Left hand. Make sure you have your shoulder rest on, your sponges on, or nothing if that's what you prefer. Put a towel on, put something there to make you feel comfortable. I like my shoulder rest, so I'm gonna use it. If you're using shoulder rest, it needs to fit like a memory pillow, memory foam pillow. You've seen those? See, it's really nicely adjusted to my shoulder. I like it that way. Make sure that you find the most perfect position for your violin, because that's going to make everything easier. If that's not easy, everything is going to be a struggle. Trust me on that. You have to find a perfect position for your posture. Now, some obvious things: you have to keep your back straight. You have to keep your neck straight. As I'm standing like this, nothing changes really. I put my violin there. I lean a little bit with my neck, and that's it. It stays there. I don't have to change anything. So if you're doing something like this, or something like this, or your posture is like this, that's not good. You need to fix that right away. It's going to give you back and neck problems. We don't want that. Okay, I want to set you up for success from day one. That's really important. Posture and basics. Super important. You can put your left hand on the side here. We're not going to play with the left hand right away. I avoid doing that with my pro level violiners that are beginning day one. I don't like to include the left hand because it's going to be too much. So this is just for complete beginners that have not touched the violin before. What's really important is that you keep your bow straight in the middle between the fingerboard and the bridge. This is the bridge. This is called the fingerboard. We're going to keep our bow somewhere in the middle, approximately. And we're going to play on E string first. This is the E string. Next to it, A string. Below that, D string. And below that is G string. So again, E, A, D, and G. You can pluck like that if you want. I know that a lot of teachers start with pizzicato or plucking. I like that too, but I like to let the student play from day one because it's really important that you feel that connection. All right, we're gonna do a couple of bow strokes aligned with our breath. It's really important that you keep your shoulders down. So breathe in, and as you breathe out, we're gonna start playing on the E string. Remember the bow hold. Now this is gonna take a couple of repetitions, so be patient with yourself. It might take a couple of days, it might take a week. Be patient with yourself. Keep repeating. It's really important. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, gently put the bow on the string. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. If you notice, my bow was, hopefully it was straight. I can't really see, but I'm hoping it was straight. So let's say I had a straight bow, and I had a straight bow because I didn't open my elbow too far back here. So we're not opening on the side, opening like this. We're opening in front of us. There is a point where the elbow stops moving like this. 1, 2, stop the elbow and continue from the elbow down. 4, and stretch all the way and back. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know a really cool trick to help you do this better. So one is use the mirror, and that way you can be your own teacher and you can tell if your posture is correct or not. And then you can also use visuals. The beginning, when you have your bow at the frog, your hand looks like a triangle over here. Triangle. If your bow keeps straight, somewhere in the middle, it's going to look like a square. Square. And if it still keeps straight, all the way down in front of you, it's going to be a line. So triangle into a square and a line, and back, up, line, square, triangle. You need to work with your wrist a little bit and also your fingers as you're changing the bow here. It's really important that you keep your wrist flexible and soft, also your fingers flexible and soft. Let's do that one more time. I'm not going to talk this time. Let's try to do it. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2. Shoulders down. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's good if you can count. I know I didn't mention that in the beginning, but you can see me doing that. It's really good if you can count like that, because that is going to determine your bow speed. If you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, that means you're going to pull your bow faster. We're already talking about bow speed here. Or if you're counting a little bit slower, then you pull your bow slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let your sound be. Don't be judgmental in the beginning. It takes time for the sound to get better. So go without judgment. Let your body just kind of naturally adjust to the violin. Let the violin adjust to you. Connect with your instrument and do this every day. You need to do it on all the strings. So we're going to do that. As you can tell, my elbow, my right elbow, is down here for the E string. But when I need to play on the A string, I'm going to raise my elbow just a little bit like this. But I'm not raising my shoulder. No, my shoulder stays down. And again, the same thing. I open a little bit, stop opening, and open from the elbow down. 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1. Do it with me. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, don't judge your posture, don't judge your sound. Just make sure that it feels good when you're doing that. That your body feels okay, you're not tense, you're not with, a posture like this. Just make sure it's all straight and nice. Okay, D string. I think I'm going to have to turn. The D string, so the E string level was here for the elbow. The A string is a little bit higher. The D string is over here, so a little bit higher. Again, this, no, that's not good. We're going to drop the shoulder. Even if we raise the elbow, we're still keeping that shoulder down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, same. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Same rules apply for keeping a straight bow. Open a little, then stop the elbow and continue from the elbow down in front of you, like right in the middle of your body. And then the G string. The G string is the highest for the elbow, but it's the lowest pitch on the violin. So if E was here, then A, D, and G is over here. So it's pretty high. But it's not too high, so don't do this, right? You don't want to do that. Don't go too high with the elbow. Again, shoulder down. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, it twice, you can do it 3 times, whatever feels good to you right now. I think that that's enough for your first practice. For the left hand, we're going to continue in the next video. It's really important to remember to wipe your violin down after playing on it so the rosin doesn't build up on your instrument or on your strings and they go bad really quickly. So I'm going to do that in a minute. And I hope that you enjoyed this practice session. Let me know if you have any questions. You can contact me, DM me. I'm going to leave my email down in the description. And I hope that you had fun on your first day of your violin playing. See you in the next video. Bye.